Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very exciting look. I'm going to be doing a drag look eventually. Although I got a new pillow the other day, it's Marie, so she'll just be perched in the background. So I put out on a couple of makeup pages I'm in, all my endo groups, on my personal Facebook, on my makeup, like my beauty page, on my Instagram. Put a poll. Well, on Instagram I put a poll, but on my Facebook and in all my groups and stuff I just literally posted pictures and said, can you choose a couple of people and or choose which is your favourite queen. So we had, and I will put pictures on screen here or here, wherever, Gigi Good, Crystal Method, Jinx Monsoon, Trixie Mattel, Bianca Del Rio and Brooklyn Heights. I sort of whittled it, people voted and it's down to 3 queens. Ignore my red stained fingers. Crystal Method, Brooklyn Heights and Bianca Del Rio. So because I can't decide between them, because I love all 3 and literally they're just even every time, like as soon as one goes up by 1 the other 2 go up 2. So I thought I'm just gonna do a random number generator. So I'm just gonna put in, I'll do 1 to 3. So we'll say 1 is Crystal, 2 is Bianca, 3 is Brooklyn. So I've put it in. Obviously it's not great because of my ring light, but I'm currently filming from my phone so I can't record. And it's 3, so that is Brooklyn Heights. So we are doing Brooklyn Heights makeup today. So I will insert a picture of the look that I'm going to do so you can kind of see what it looks like. Obviously I am now no longer blonde and the picture I'm going from is a picture of her blonde. You know, it's not a thing now. And I don't have a wig. I used to have a wig but it wasn't blonde. But so I have everything ready. Next step, we are blocking out our brows for the first time ever, so I am a little bit nervous, but I'm sure it will go fine. I'm really nervous. So I'm gonna prime. I'm using the XX Revolution Second Skin Primer. So I literally just take a little scoop of this and then pop it on. Then once that is set, we are foundationing. And I'm just going to use my Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush and with my Real Techniques, I think it's the body sponge, I'm not sure. So I am going to use the Ordinary High Coverage Foundation. This is in 1N Fair. So I've just put a couple of pumps of that on the back of my hand and now I'm just going to sort of dot it over my face. Then I'm going to go in with my concealer again and I'm just going to put that straight on under my eye over any problem areas. I'm going to first buff that in with a brush. Contour, I'm using the cream contour palette from Revolution. This shade here because it's quite a cool tone. I'm just using the RMCA No Colour powder, by the way, just on a little sponge. I do not get on with powder puffs very well. This is one I sort of done. Obviously I've not got a brow or anything on. It looks okay from afar. Up close it doesn't look the best. Obviously here I've had to sort of smudge it so I look like I actually have a wing because of my eye being so hooded. But yeah, so I'm gonna, if I can remember what I did, I'll show you. So right on where sort of my eyebrow usually is, I'm taking a bit of Punch Me, and this is on a Morphe 456. And I'm bringing it down to about here. It's already got a different shape and I don't know how. And then on that same brush, I'm taking a tiny bit of Mary. And then I'm just taking this tiny Morphe brush with a little bit of tea. So with that, I'm just sort of getting the sort of shape I want. And then I'm going to take this E18 and mix in a little bit of tea and a little bit of Benny. I think all my issues here. Look how good this one looks compared to this one. Oh, I don't want to take it off and start again because it means doing all my eyebrows. Oh, piss it. And then I just kind of want to match this one up to this one. Of blending that so it's not as harsh. I think all of my problems have stemmed from my eyebrows. Not gonna lie. And then I'm just taking a little bit of my P. Louise base. P. Louise base in 05. And I'm just taking that on a Morphe 124 and cutting my crease. I am just going to take a little bit of ring light and cover that. Again, this is sort of taking inspiration from a Brooklyn look. Not completely copying it. I think had I found a tutorial in which I could completely copy it, I probably should have done. And then I'm just taking a bit of Mary again and sort of blending those together. And with a brown eyeliner, I'm just sort of tracing out where I want my liquid liner to go. Get my liner, I'm using the House Laboratories eyeliner in Punk. That's the liner. Obviously the way my eye sits because of being hooded, it looks a bit odd, so I'm just going to let that dry for a second, and then I'm going to set it with a black shadow, Spooky, from the James Charles palette, and sort of blend it so it looks a bit more normal. So just sort of smoking this whole front portion out. I'm just going to take my Huda Beauty, what's this one called? Lifeliner, very Vanta, but this is the pen. And I'm going to take a little bit of tea just on that small brush again and sort out my lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Mary. And then I'm going to take a bit of Punch Me and a bit of Mary together, and I'm going to smoke this out. And I'm just going to take ring light again and pop it in my inner corners. Next up is brows, which is what I'm most nervous about. So I think what I'm going to do is I've got a tiny little micro pencil, and I'm going to sort of roughly trace out where they should go. And I'm going to sort of draw on a rough brow shape. So I've sketched out a rough brow shape. So I think what I'm gonna do, I've got a brow gel out. What an idiot, I don't need a brow gel. I'm not using my actual brows. So I'm gonna take a bit of my Maybelline Tattoo Brow Pomade and a tiny, tiny light hand and sort of start to draw in false hairs. I am quite impressed with that. I never expected it to go this well. Again, this is sort of a shape for me, not for Brooklyn. I'm just literally taking sort of her colour scheme, which even there I've kind of added a bit of warmth around the eye because it looked a bit weird. But my eye is a lot bigger than hers. A lot. Little thing is from Sleek. It's the Nano Brow Disc Fill and Define. So I've got this in, what, medium brown or something? Yeah. So basically what you do is it's a tiny little disc like that, and then you can run it to make individual brow hairs. So I'm gonna do a couple of those. See, I don't really mind that I've got some that are slightly darker. I am going to take a little bit of Benny. No, I'm not. I'm going to take a little bit of tea from the James Charles palette and sort of deepen the ends of these brows to give them a bit more dimension. But now they look like they've got a bit of dimension to them. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can actually see what I've done. Obviously, you can kind of see my eyebrow hairs. I've got a random line there. But, do you know, for the first time of sort of attempting a drag makeup, oh, I've knocked a candle down. Brilliant. Sorry, John, break the candle. So I don't hate it. Now I'm just going to use a bit of mascara. I have got the Rimmel Extra Black Volume Mascara Flash. This looks like this. And look at that brush. I'm just going to pop a bit of that on my lashes. So that's mascara done. I am going to attempt falsies later, but for now, we will not. So next we are contouring, bronzering, and all of that fun stuff. So I'm just going to take this to contour. I'm going to mix Con On Tour and what's this one? Coco Loco for contour shades. So this time I'm just going to take that Con On Tour shade on my Morphe E62 brush, and I'm just coming straight down my nose. And then I'm taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's on my Jaclyn Hill JH02. I love this, it smells amazing. And I'm just gonna bronze. That's that. And then I am going to blush. And again, just gonna use my favorite peachy color from in here on a Morphe E4. Still going to put a bit on the end of my nose. Then I am just going to spray my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And then I'm going to highlight. So I've just got my usual Wet n Wild on a little Morphe M512. And I'm going to pop a bit in there for the brow bone. Tip of the nose. Take my M501 I think this was in the brush side of the eye side of things, but I think it's the perfect size to do my highlight. And then lips, I'm using the Morphe lip liner in Backseat Love. Now, I've not overlined my lips in a long time, so I'm just gonna go like outside my natural lined lip, because I only really overline one side of my lip where it's a bit asymmetrical, and even then I don't always do it. And then I'm using Wifey, which is just a matte pinky nudie lipstick from Morphe. And then my least favourite thing in the entire world, lashes. I'm so bad at them. Like, I love my entire face, I just don't like the eyes. But I think it's just because it's so big and I'm not used to it. So I am just using a Superdrug lash glue, because a couple of my friends use it and they say it's really good. And I'm pretty sure these are just from Primark. So I thought I'd give them a go, because then if it goes wrong, I've not wasted any really good ones. Just gonna have to be lashless because they're driving me insane. I've got lash glue in my eye. So this is the finished look. Definitely not something I'm gonna go, yeah, definitely not gonna go out and about like this. The lip, yes, the colours, yes, just not the style. But oh, John's texting me, are you done? So I just come and have a, obviously ignore this eye where I've tried to put the lash glue on and it's failed. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's okay. I love Brooklyn, but I don't think maybe in the picture I was going from, Brooklyn had these huge lashes on, and obviously my normal lashes wouldn't even go on. So fail. I might just edit lashes onto myself, we'll see. But yes, thank you for coming back to watch this ultimately disappointing video. I'll maybe try someone a bit more experimental next time. Well, I'll maybe do Bianca and I'll maybe do Crystal, just because that's what people have asked for. But yeah, so that is it from me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I will see you next time. Bye.